Hello everyone, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to do this Buur Best of the Year intro dance or intro effect that my friend Peaceful asked. And the first thing you're going to do is go into a green screen dance game, like for example TTD3, but you can also go into other games which I'll link in the description. So what we're going to do first is go into the game. Once you're in the game, you want to make your way into the green screen area, which is in this part of the map. And once you get in, you're going to want to get yourself into a good position, making your camera look at your avatar. And before you do the dance or record anything, go to settings, scroll down a bit until you go to hide player tags and turn that on so that your name tag doesn't appear over your head. Now the next thing is you can choose any dance you want, but the one Buur uses, Get Sturdy. So it's this one, the first one. So what we're going to do first is just record yourself doing the dance. Right there it is, the one he just did. It should finish in 3, 2, 1, and there we go. That's the dance he did. Now once you have your video made, you're going to want to go to Premiere Pro and import the dance video you've made. And as you can see, we have the coins here, the text, the dances, and that might be annoying when you're editing. So you can just go to the crop effect here, add it to your timeline, go to effect controls, and just cut away the unimportant parts. So try and make it as close to the unimportant parts as possible so that we have as much green screen space as possible. And you really only need to do right and left because the top and bottom usually don't have anything unless you have gears or the game you're having has a text on top or whatever. And once you have that done, you want to scale it to your liking. So I'll scale it to a good size and position it in the middle. So like that. Now once you have that done, you're going to go to the effect of Ultra key, because that's the green screen remover or any color remover. And instead of having to choose the color you want, just click on this eyedropper and boom, click on the green part and it will remove the whole thing. Now if you go to settings and click default, you'll see you'll have more effects. So if you go to aggressive, it'll make the green screen edges of your avatar kind of better. It'll make it look cleaner. And now we have your avatar dancing on a black background. So now you can choose the background you want. You're going to put up your clip one layer higher because of the bottom layers where we're going to put our background. So I'm going to choose a blue color. And once you have that done, once you have your background added, just make it fit into your screen. And if it's a color you want, but it's not exactly the one you're choosing, you can just go to color balance HLS. And in this HU wheel, you can just drag it to change the color. So for example, I want the lighter blue. I can just drag it back a bit and it will change to light blue. And once you have that, you have your background chosen. You want to duplicate your avatar dancing by holding Alt and dragging your clip up or down. So now we have the top layer, which is us dancing. And the bottom layer, we're going to want to go to the effects of paint bucket and put it into the bottom layer. As you can see, it might happen that your background changes color weirdly. So the first thing you're going to do is change it to white outline or whatever outline you want. Go to color and alpha, change it to alpha channel. From stroke, change it to spread. And now the reason why it might be appearing white for some of you is because you go to tolerance. And once you go to tolerance, you'll see this blue circle with a cross in the middle. And if you drag it to different parts of your screen, you'll see that will change. Make sure that this blue circle is always in contact with your avatar, because if it's not, it will make the whole background white because it thinks that's what you're selecting to add the paint bucket effect on. So make sure it's always in contact with your avatar. So if your dance doesn't have too much right to left movement, it's always to keep it in the middle, always have it centered so that you don't have to keyframe it around or whatever. Once you have that, you'll see that your outline will follow your avatar constantly with your dance. And as you can see, the outline might not be too big, so you got to go to spread radius. You can increase the width of it, and it should look like this. Now what we're going to want to do is add as many layers as possible onto your timeline so that we can put the different colors on the stroke effect we're going to have. So always have your avatar and your outline to the very top, so that we can just drag down each clip and change the color. So first of all, with the white outline we've made, duplicate it by holding Alt and dragging down. And we go to paint bucket effect. You can change the color from white to, let's say, pink, which is the first color Buur has on his dance. And you got to go to spread radius and increase it. Now you can see that it maxes out at 40. and let's say you want it a bit bigger, all you gotta do is duplicate the paint bucket effect you have by copying and pasting it, and you can decrease or increase it so that, to your liking. So it doesn't matter which paint bucket effect you choose when it comes to spread radius, but if you want to change the color, do not select any paint bucket effects that are higher than, that are above any others. Because let's say I want to change this to, I don't know, dark blue, it will not have any effect. But by choosing on the one beneath, it will have the effect. So make sure you're always changing color on the paint bucket effect below. Now once you have the first pink color made, now the next color we have is dark blue. So all you're gonna do is change the color from pink to blue, increase the spread radius a bit more, and there we go. Then we can just duplicate it again for the next color, which will be white. And then we have pink again. All you gotta do is click on this eyedropper symbol and click on pink or whatever other color you want to duplicate, and then it should make the outline color the same as the one you selected. Then we have blue again, and pink, and dark pink. Now once you have all the colors you want, what you're gonna do is select every single color layer you've made except the background, the white outline of your avatar, and your avatar itself. By holding shift and clicking every single clip you have, you should select all of them. Now you're gonna want to right click, go to nest, and change the name to whatever you want. I'll change unnamed colors. As you can see, it will all compress into a single green clip in a layer. So to open it, you just double click on that clip you have, and it will open up another timeline with the nested layers. Now what you want to do is just drag down your avatar and your white outline to make it easier for you. And every effect you add on this nested time sequence, it will also affect every single layer. So now we're gonna go to Gaussian blur, add it to the nested sequence, and increase it to around 120. Now you can see it's slightly blurry, but it doesn't have the glow effect that we exactly want. So you gotta open that sequence again, and you should have one extra layer down here. So you can choose whatever color you want to have the glow. So for example, I'll choose this pink for the glow. It'll be this layer here. So I'm gonna drag the next layers down and duplicate that pink layer onto the next timeline. So make sure you have selected the color layer that's underneath the one you actually have, so that it doesn't overlap the other ones, and add Gaussian blur effect on that one again. And if you increase it, you'll see it'll create some sort of neon glow edge effect that we want. Now if you see, the background is vibrant, but our avatar seems a bit dark and not part of the video. So what we're going to want to do is go to VR glow, add it to our avatar dancing, and usually by default at 0.90 it should look fine, but you can play around to whatever color you want, or add a different glow effect if you want, but actually keep it like this. And this should technically be it, although we can go to the nested sequence and add a turbulent displace so that it doesn't look too round. And you can decrease the amount by a bit if it looks too shaky or wavy. I'll usually put it around 25 or 26, so it doesn't matter. And once we have that, this should be it. But if you try to play the video, it will appear very laggy. Like for example, for me, it's barely been playing a single frame. To export it, click on this export icon up here. You can name it whatever you want. I'll name it dance_1 as the dance I have. Make sure the format is H.264, which is the one I use, which I find more comfortable. And make sure that on this bar here, you have it all selected. And once it's done, click export. Wait for it to render, and done. Before exporting it, you go to sequence and render into out. The reason why I'm doing this is not only will it help with the export, it will also tell you if there's any errors with the effects. So let's say you make a long video, let's say it's over 10 minutes long, and you want to export it, and then around maybe 80 or 90% it freezes, and you try again and it freezes, and it does that over and over again, like a Sisyphus moment. So the reason why is it's because there's a effect that you added somewhere that is faulty and it's not letting the export complete. So the reason why I'm rendering this is because on this red bar here, every time it gets rendered, and this red bar here will start having a green bar overlap it, indicating which parts have been rendered already. And if it freezes on one part, the same part always froze when you're exporting it, for example, it will tell you which part has a problem, so you can have a much easier time fixing the thing you have. You can either delete the effect and add it again, or you can select small different pieces of the clip and rendering them each slowly, so that doesn't have to render the whole thing at once and struggle a lot. If you would like to see more videos of me explaining how to do different other effects I've made in my videos, for example, like, leave a comment if you want, and I'll make it a tutorial on it. Alright, bye.